don't want the work. Talk that talk, George. They want the life, but they don't want the work. Let them know. Blood, sweat, and tears came with this. Some people think they can just show up. They think they can just show up. If it was that easy, then everybody would be doing it. Everybody would be doing it, but they can't. They can't. And that will make you different. That will make you different. A lot of people master this work. A lot of people dedicate themselves to this work.
What's going on, y'all? Text Podcast Summit to 33777.
And that's right. And be at Midtown Tech Hive, 6 p.m., April 18th. See you there.
See y'all there. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Pull-Up Experience. We have another great edition for you guys. Episode 192. We got my man, Chef Vic, in the building.
Yes.
If you like great chicken, now I know you rocking with sauce in the city. Right. You know what I'm saying? And we got Miss Brittany with us today.
Hey,
y'all already know who I am, and I'm so excited about the episode because I love y'all chicken. This is a great episode. You know what I'm saying? We were like we hope he brings some samples. But we don't have the next episode. We'll do part 2. We gonna
pull up on you.
We'll pull up on you. Absolutely.
That's cool. We can do this at the start.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. So let's start from the beginning, bro. Cleveland born and raised, right?
Cleveland born and raised, yes, sir.
Okay, so represent your hood. What part of Cleveland you represent, man?
Oh, man, all over the place. We got to go from when I was a kid, Quincy.
Quincy's child.
St. Delbert.
Okay.
St. Delbert. All my blackjacks out there.
Come on now.
High school, MLK, Kinsman
Union,
Benedictine High School.
Okay.
And then we got to represent Kent State University.
Okay.
Kent State University. All day.
No, okay, that's what I'm talking about. So let's start. So were you the kid that was in the kitchen making the fried chicken? Because I tried the fried chicken with my mom. It did not go very well. I didn't know how to put the batter, I would put the spices, then the flour, then the chicken, versus doing the other way. So you know what I'm saying. But were you good at it all top?
I wasn't good. You know what I mean? I was eating everything. You know what I mean? I was eating everything. I love my grandma. You know what I mean? And she always cooked with simplicity. You know what I mean? And that's where I kind of hone in on simplicity. I try not to make all my recipes complicated because, it's very simple. Like, if you come into Sauce City and you see us make any of your items, it's very simple. You know what I mean? So that's why we gotta invest a lot in NDAs and copyrights and stuff like that.
We'll get into that because that's good right there. Because the fact that you have guys a recipe that no one else has is part of you guys' sauce.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, it's real. It's real. So cooking with simplicity and cooking with natural items and local items is definitely the key to our success. Because we are a community-based company, so we utilize the community. So it's like, full circle economics, you know what I mean? So we're utilizing, we have used like Hillcrest, that's local. They use local purveyors, local bakers. We have the Ridolph Farms in the summer, spring. You know what I mean? So we get the corn from them. So, we're just a full circle type of industry and a company that we try our best to do full economics, local economics, full circle, yeah.
So let me ask you this. So when you go to college, did you go to school for business administration? When you went to college?
Oh, man. I went to college. I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
All right. So like a lot of people, you take psychology. I did psychology. I took one entrepreneurship class. And Denise Easterlin was my instructor. And then from that class, that's where it sparked. Everything sparked. And I was in Kent State University. So I got my master's in clinical mental health counseling.
Wow.
So I'm a counselor by trade.
Yeah.
I'm a clinician. You know what I mean? So I can help you out, you know what I'm saying? I can counsel you and cook you some chicken at the same time. It's amazing, you know what I mean? So
that's dope.
A lot of people come in Sauce City with issues, and we try to resolve it.
Wow.
As much as we can. I mean, we got 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes.
Right.
Come on, tell me your problems.
Yeah, tell me
problems
while getting your order ready.
Right.
That's a great concept, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. So in the future, I'm working on getting back into the clinician side of everything, and yeah, and still keeping the company rolling at the same time. That's gonna be the challenge.
No, that's come on. Shout out to you, brother. So okay, so you took the entrepreneurship class, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was Sauce City your first iteration in your first business, or was it?
Oh
other
no,
iterations?
no. This company was called. It was called Vic Fries. So it was called Vic Fries. So we was in college and basically made a signature sauce, the Diete sauce. We made that in like a college dorm room. So made that. Went to carnivals and fairs, like during the summer, springtime, and then we would just sell the sauce with fries. So we had a turkey fryer, sauce, and fries and potatoes. So we cutting the potatoes. We got the propane tank, and we just selling it. We got lines. Like we competing against the lady that's selling popcorn and lemonade and all that type of stuff. And our tent looks crazy. You know what I mean? It looks crazy.
It's makeshift.
Yeah, it's super makeshift. Like you can tell, like one wind blow is over with. Everything is in the air. Everything is in the air. But yes, humble beginnings, man. I mean, I remember when a sack of potatoes, 50 pounds, was like $20. You know what I'm saying? So
now it's what the inflation.
Oh my God, probably like 60, 50, 60. It's crazy. Inflation is real.
Yeah.
It's real. And all my business owners, like, y'all know. You know what I mean? Y'all know from at least even 3 years ago.
Yeah.
How much chicken costs versus now. It's insane. Oil, the price of oil, you know what I mean? So definitely shop local because it is getting real. It is getting real.
So let's go. Okay, so I want to make sure I want to talk about these. I love to hear about the journey, right?
Yeah.
So we got Vic's Fries, right?
Right.
And from Vic's Fries, did you say, okay, I want to expand on Vic's Fries, or did you just like, okay, after college, you were like, okay, I want to do something different?
No. So this is always a side hustle. Sauce City has always been a side hustle. Not Sauce City, the sauce. You know, when we was making signature sauces. So I had the sauce, and then I also was doing school at the same time. So in my progression of the sauces, so I would go work full time. I would sell the sauces. When I graduated in Kent State, we had sauce on Amazon. We had sauce in like 3 or 4 stores. And then we were white labeling different restaurants and organizations.
Wow.
So that white labeling mean.
I'm about to think because I'm going to say, I know.
So white labeling is basically when you provide signature sauces where they don't use your name and then they put out dishes. So a lot of people was using it for like seafood, pork, ribs, you know what I mean, different type of signature items that they had on their menu. So we just white labeling. So we were just, dropping off, in the back of trunks, different restaurants throughout the city and big organizations downtown. You know what I mean? So we had a lot of. So that's how it started, and then we got an opportunity to cook for Ohio City Galley. They were coming in out of town, building the first food hall in Ohio. Not in Ohio or in Cleveland. It was going to be like the first main one. And then I was able to cook for those owners, and that's how we got the first initial Sauce the City on West 25th. Yep.
So let's talk about those beginning days though, because I'm pretty sure going from Vic's Fries to the iteration, like probably have staff, operations, all that good stuff. Let's talk about those beginning days, man.
Yeah, the beginning days was extremely challenging because me, I was running, I was like assistant administrator in nursing homes too. With my social services and all that clinician.
When did you sleep?
Stuff. I did. It was crazy, man. So I was doing that, testing out bread because I knew I was going to go into the restaurant. So I was doing that, testing out bread, and then I just took the leap of faith of ending that career and jumping into the full career. But I was cooking all throughout college. That's where I got my training. I got my training through Darden Restaurants. So that's Olive Garden, Bahama Breeze, Red Lobster, all that type of stuff. So I was working through there to get through college. And then that's where I got my culinary type training. And then I was doing the schooling, which was the clinician type stuff. So all of this was happening at the same time.
Yeah.
Everything was happening at the
So
same time.
you've been on go since day one.
Since day one. I mean, I just never knew
You're like,
how
what
to
is sleep?
Yeah, I never. Stagnation is very difficult for me. You know what I mean? I'm a type of person that always trying to go to the next level.
Yeah.
No matter what. You know what I mean?
That's good.
And that's just a part of my personality. So that's what it is.
Okay. So I am not familiar with the restaurant business.
Yeah.
Tell us what is like the biggest misconception people have with starting their own restaurant business. Because by my understanding, I know it's hard work.
Yeah.
Because one, food service is health involved.
Yeah.
Right, and then on top of that, you don't want to order too much because if you order too much, you run into shrink. You know,
you waste food waste.
Waste food waste and whatnot.
Yeah. So a huge misconception is people think that if they can cook at home, they can cook. You know what I mean? A lot of people. Yeah. And a lot of people call themselves chefs and all that type of stuff. It's a very difference. The difference is huge. You know, one of my people that helped me out was Chef Eric Rogers.
Oh, come on now! Shut out!
Yeah. So I called him up like, "Yo, I got a restaurant." Because I was making sauces.
Yeah.
And that was like the extent of what I was doing. I may have made a couple dishes and stuff like that. So it was just straight boot camp. You know what I mean? Straight boot camp to get me where I was, at least able to understand what it was to be a chef. You know what I mean? So that was crazy because I was given, the whole executive chef restaurant, like, boom, make it happen.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So, and then we started this with like $700 when we first started.
Wow.
And then our first year we grossed like $1 million. You know what I mean? So it's just like, so that type of situation, man, you freestyling, you learning at the same time.
Yeah.
And you just, everything's coming at the same time, and you just like, oh, I messed up with that. Okay, let's make that. Because we got a line of people. I mean, Sauce City, when it, it was like 2018 maybe, when we first opened the food hall. I mean, lines out the door, you know what I mean? Just boom, 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 full food hall. It was crazy.
Wow. So I love how you said, because so many people out here all the time, man, it's so full. You need to open you a restaurant.
Yeah.
What distinction do you think a person should have when they know between just know how to cook good for those who you love? Because they kind of biased, right?
Yeah.
To knowing that, okay, this is a good product that you need to have.
All right, so like I told you guys, like I started off with numbers and measurements and quantitative type methods,
the actual
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what I did was I was doing surveys with the food.
Come on now.
So I'll make Eventbrites. Okay, this is me making Eventbrites, telling people, yo, we got free food. I just need you to come here. Let me get your feedback on stuff. So that's how we built our whole menu. When you come and eat at Sauce City,
so smart.
You're eating what people love. You're eating the flavors, the combination of items that we picked, the side dishes. Everything was a straight feedback of what people want and what they, just off of what people say. So that's how we build our menu. It's till this day. You know what I mean? Till this day, people know if you get that invite, come into Sauce City because we got something new and we finna do it.
So that's how you test new products.
That's how I test new products.
Come on, that's so smart.
Yeah, that's how we came up with our cheesesteaks. You know what I mean? So cheesesteaks came out like that. The hot chicken sandwich came out like that. We even had a hot chicken challenge where we cooked, chicken sandwiches, and we challenged other restaurants to. And then that was a huge event. We rented out the red space, everything like that. So we did that, and it drew like 200 people. Got a sponsorship. You know what I mean? So we had liquor sponsorship. It was crazy. But just having that type of feedback is what Cleveland loves. You know what I mean? Because, we are such a hardworking city.
Yeah.
So when we get a chance to go out and it's something different and culinary at the same time, we're going to love it.
You're going to love it. Come on. We do love eating in the city. I'm not going to lie to you.
We love Cleveland. Man, I love Cleveland. And when you put our food, our chefs up against a lot of chefs around the world, Cleveland is definitely up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're up there.
Hands down. Shout out to Cleveland.
Yeah.
So, look, I want to talk about the business side because you have multiple locations, right? I know you have the one. When would you say that people need to understand when you want to open up multiple locations? What are some things they need to understand?
Well, they need to understand their operations. They need to understand what it takes to take on that other, weight. Because having another location, man, it's been times where, dude, I'm hopping throughout the city. You know what I mean? Because it's not like I got multiple chefs that, that move around like I do.
Yeah.
So it's times where, like, let's say it was Halloween, I believe. So the Cavs had a game, the Browns had a game, the restaurants was going crazy. So I'm like trying to run to check on every location. But in that, you gotta account for like your systems, training, managers, you know what I mean, stuff like that. Because I had to learn that the hard way, like trusting a manager, trusting your staff, training them appropriately so they know what you expect. Expectations is everything. As long as everybody's on the same page on what you expect as the owner, you're good. Not nobody else. What you expect as an owner, that's the standard.
Come on.
That's what we gotta stay
Side episode, by the way. That was the side right there. No, that's it. Because, you know, I worked in retail probably all my life. And I would say the lifeblood of any business is operations systems. What to do in this instance. Okay, this happens, this is the fallback. This happened, this is the fallback. So that in case something does happen, there's something in place to take care of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so no.
It takes the thinking out of the situations, you know what I mean? Because you don't know what people's instincts are.
Right.
I don't know what people have been through. I don't know their trauma. I don't know their triggers. So that's why I say if this happens, let's go to the manual. What happened? You know what I mean? This is how I want you to respond. Not how, you know, John responds.
Right.
I need to know how to respond as a Salt City employee.
Absolutely. That's so good right there because I know that it's not your name on the front of that building. That's someone else's name out there.
That's
so
facts,
I hear to what's
here.
up.
I understand this. And it's very challenging too. Being, I'm 34 now. When I started, man, I was like 27, 28. You know what I mean?
You trying to tell people older than you?
Yeah. So that's even in the counseling situation. You know, I was marriage counseling when I was like 22, 23. So it's like it's nuts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell somebody that been around, did their thing, what to do. So what you do is, you know, I would tell people, you know, stick to your systems and operations. Even when I was counseling, I would always go to the, you know, let's go to the text. This is what we talking about. This is what works. It's proven. Take me out of it. You know, take me out of it. Don't look at me as I'm telling you something.
Right.
This is how we're gonna work together to make sure you good. So that's how I do it because a lot of people can't take, you know, they can't take that type of feedback from somebody that's younger than them. It triggers them. Like, dang. When I was his age, I should have been doing that. You know what I mean? Now I got somebody, you know, younger than me telling me what to do. So it's just like, you got to see, I think that's the clinical side. You know what I mean? Me seeing that in a person. But yeah, people, you know, my same age that look like me, that, you know, that's where I get the most challenge. I get the most pushback from. So, and I know a lot of young business owners go through that too.
Same ordeal. No, I believe it.
Male or female, you know what I mean? It's very challenging, and we have to get. That's why we turn into monsters. You know what I'm saying? Like we turn into like some hard, rough, business people because we go through that, and we have to get better. We get better from it.
Because I'm only talking from my own, because I remember being a manager over older people, and the first thing like, I got kids older than you. Well, they ain't here, you here right now.
Exactly.
And you don't be nasty about it, but it's a reason why you.
It's a reason. It's a reason I'm here. It's a reason I'm here.
No, and once again, and I think that's the wisdom that you have of knowing how to navigate that, despite all.
Yeah. It's all about respect too. You know what I mean? Like never disrespect nobody. Always stick to the facts. Stick to reality. You know what I mean? Never get into your emotions. You know, emotions can take you to crazy places. So you know, if you stick to your procedures, stick to.
Tired of carrying that load? Drop the house. Gutter Properties will buy your house as is with offers up to $300,000. Need serious repairs, liens, taxes, or judgments? We'll work through your unique situation to get that house off your back. During your free, no-obligation appraisal, we maintain social distancing and take every precaution to ensure your experience is safe. Drop the house. Gutter Properties. Call us or visit gutterproperties.com.
You know, works. Yeah. That's why you do them testing. You know what I mean? My way works. My way sold this many sandwiches. My way makes this much money.
You're right.
So your way, but my cousin do it like, hey. Do your cousin sell. You know what I mean? Just those type of situations. Yeah. It's crazy, man. You got people that change their recipe as soon as you leave. You know, it's nuts, man. It's nuts, man.
And so, how can I say this? I've seen people they'll not even change the recipe, but they'll put more paprika on than usual, like
because they feel like they making it better.
Right.
You know what I mean? They making it better. But yeah, so that's the hard part when you start expanding. You know what I mean? That's why some of the old school OG chefs, they in there every morning making their own sauces, making their own seasoning. Because people crazy, man.
Yeah.
And you want your standard to be your standard. You know what I mean? You want people to taste it. You know, when you leave, when I leave, I want them to have the same experience as when I'm there. You know what I mean? And the customers tell you, when you ain't here, it doesn't taste the same. They say that. You know what I mean?
Now listen, I've been in many restaurants like, you know, hey, we want one on Lee Road because we don't want to Lee Road taste better than one over here and whatnot because of that variance right there.
Exactly.
And that's crazy.
Yeah. So that's the difficult part about it. So that's where the system of operations come into play.
And then portion control too, because I've been in some locations where I'm like, why you only give me 3 wings versus this store? This one is giving me 4 or 5 wings for the same price.
Exactly.
But I found out that the 3 giving me 3 wings was supposed to be the standard, but you giving me more was, you know what I'm saying, you just showing real love or not knowing that once again portion control can make or break. I feel like some places or whatnot.
Because a lot of it is on the food cost side. You know what I mean? You putting an extra wing on there, that's going to take out a couple cents. So now the owner, you know, it's like a trickle effect. You know what I mean? So let's say 4 or 5 people did that. So it trickles all the way up to your bottom, to your, you know, your end numbers, you know, at the end. So your bottom line numbers. So that's why you be like, how is this not working? Why am I not making this much profit? And it gets crazy. You know what I mean? It gets crazy, especially with the food, because you never know. Yeah. People could be taking out steaks, pitting chicken, and feeding their families at nighttime. I done seen it all, man. I done came on West 25th. I had the whole block in there eating. You know what I'm saying? Like, just feasting. You know what I mean? But it's like, but we feed the people, though. You know what I mean? And I always train my staff, like, you know, we feed the people. If somebody hungry, you know, we're going to take care of it. You know what I mean? Good. So it's just like, you know, that's one of the missions, you know, about Salt City. You know what I mean? Yeah. We started, like, when I first started, I was heavy in the church. I was a minister, everything, you know. So this was all happening. This all was happening. I mean,
man, time out.
Yeah.
School, business. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I had a whole store on Quincy, like, where homeless people would come and they could shop. And it was like, they go in there just shop. And it was the First Bethel Missionary Baptist Church. So we used their old church and had a whole store in there from donations. So the homeless people can come in there as like they was going in the store. And just walk around the shop and get their cards and do everything like that. Dope. So, you know, but it's just like as the company grew, I'm not able to do as much. And that's what really hits. Because I definitely want to get back to the community. I definitely want to do that. So I'm looking for opportunities where I can kind of implement that back into my, you know, way.
So add philanthropist on to your resume also.
Yeah, philanthropist, man. It's crazy, man.
That's dope, man. Okay, all right. So we talked about the past, talked about the present, talked about the future, brother.
Future.
What does the future hold for you, man?
All right, so the future in Salt City is I want to get into a couple different markets.
Okay.
All right, so
you gonna franchise?
Not so much.
Okay. I'm about to say.
You know what I mean?
Sign me up.
Yeah. How much? So what we doing is we get into the licensing game.
Okay.
So that's what we do with the Browns, the Cavs. We did that with Rebar. We did that with a different couple situations. So it's not a super hard tie-in for people, and that a lot of times when you do franchises, that's what hangs up because franchises are very expensive. There, you know, is a lot of legality into it. You know what I mean? So what we doing is we have a system of licensing.
So break down licensing for someone who isn't familiar.
So licensing is where you license your likeness, your trademarks, you know, stuff like that, some of your trade secrets, and then you let another person start their company, but you can use my license, you can use my likeness, and then you just, you know, you give a percentage based on that.
For certain terms?
For certain terms. And you know, your terms can be whatever your terms are. And then you run that company. You know what I mean? So you running that company, I'm not in your numbers. I'm not in your, you know what I mean? All that. All you have to do is respect, you know, the operations, respect the recipes and stuff like that, and respect the name. You know what I mean? So, and that way we can partner up with situations like in Atlanta, Texas, you know. So we're in talks with a lot of different situations, even LA. You know what I mean? Wow. So it's like, you know, we can take this thing, because our main mission was to sauce the city, every city. You know what I'm saying? So we want to sauce Cleveland, Columbus, LA, you know what I mean? Everything. I got a logo ready for every city that we can go to. You know what I mean? So it's like, so that's my main mission. And to connect the clinical side to it too. So that's what I'm working on right now, because I've been out the game, the clinical game, like almost 5-6 years. So basically, I'm getting that back rolling, getting that license back in, and then I'm gonna tie in food and therapy.
Chicken and clinicals.
Chicken clinicals, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, so we gonna be offering some counseling. So you know what I mean? So you're gonna be able to eat that chicken and get your life together. You know what I mean? So that's my main mission. Yeah, so the comfort in, man. So yeah, it'd be nice if I have like a back-to-back, have a restaurant and a counseling situation right back, have a hole in the wall, so we can go back and forth. They can bring the food while the band crying. While they crying, I'm eating some chicken. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful.
No, that's dope. Remember Baps when they had the hair and
yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
Why
not? A lot. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people limit themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, dude, I didn't went to school. I didn't did all this work for the restaurant. Why not get both of them? You know what I mean? So yeah. So a lot of people, they give you advice and tell you, oh, you gotta do this. No, you gotta do this. I'm doing it all. I'm doing it all.
Top episode.
I'm doing it all.
I'm doing it all.
I'm saucing the city, and I'm always gonna sauce the city forever.
That's what I'm talking about. That's dope, man. And I want to talk about branding because, bro, I've seen that shirt. I've seen it everywhere, and I love it because once again, you see that shirt, you know what it is, though.
You know what it is. And then when people first saw this, they was like, "What is that? That is not proper grammar." They always try to say, "Well, y'all did it too, sauce in the city."
Oh, my bad.
That's right grammar. That's your correct grammar. Did the schoolhouse rock right? You know what I mean? So that's all good. But yeah, sauce the city, man. It's 3 words, and this is our brand. This is what we want to do, and this is what we have been doing.
Yeah.
And we will continue to do is sauce the city. But yeah, so
it's a movement now.
It's a movement, man. Our people are rolling, man. And to be a part of the Sauce City family, all you gotta do is love food, love people. You know what I mean? Love food, love people, and you're gonna be a part of the family. Part of the family, man.
No, that's good, bro. And like I said, I love the fact that when you at the restaurant, but then like I said, it's a brand. It's a brand to move by itself or whatnot. I don't think to people. They might, of course, you need to focus on the food. You need to focus on the restaurant, but the branding also will take you a lot further than sometimes the business itself.
It will, it will.
So no, that's awesome, bro.
Wow. Now, along the way, I know you had mentioned Chef Eric. Did you have any other mentors that kind of helped you, or even to this day, that you've acquired?
Yeah. So Eric Rogers,
Shout out to Eric.
the other Chef Eric, he an old school chef. Chef EC, Emily. She was one of the chefs that helped me start Salsa City. She was the mastermind behind the street corn.
Okay.
Because I was like, they want French fries. And she's like, no, trust me. I would say Chef, Akeem. He owns Zanzibar.
Man, get out of here.
Yeah, Akeem. It's everybody, man. Because, in Cleveland, man, I'm telling you, the business owners, the people that's, really behind everything, it's weird. I always look at it like it's the Matrix. Because we be going in places, but we don't see it like everybody see it. We looking at how much money they're making. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for us. You know what I mean? So, Larice, Danielle Sidnor.
Oh, yeah.
Kiana, Chef Tawana, with Pearl's Kitchen. Work with her.
That's what's up. Come on, pull up.
Man, we work with everybody.
Yeah,
man. We work
dope.
with everybody. You know what I mean? Because we always open. We always open to grow, to learn. I'm always a student. You know what I mean? I'm a student. That's why you just can't have an ego. Sometimes you have to have an ego because people be playing. Sometimes people be playing with your name, man. Man. But because I go too far. I go too far. So I try to bring it back, man.
Wow.
Because people come in your situation and they be like, "Oh, this ain't this," but I'm like, "Yo, we just want the best restaurant."
Right. Come on now. We talking numbers.
So it's very hard, man. It's very hard. But I'm a transparent owner.
Yeah.
I really don't try to have an ego. I try to be to the people when the people need me. I will talk and educate anybody. Anybody that wants to learn about the system. There's a lot of younger chefs that, you know, I sit down, I talk to them.
That's what's up, bro.
If your business is going through some stuff, you know, I'm be like, yo, let me sit down, let me see what I can do. You know what I mean? I might not can like give you a ton of hours, you know what I mean, but I'm gonna give you an afternoon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you an afternoon to help out, you know what I mean? And see, that's the difference between me and a lot of the other guys. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, their time is very valuable. And, you know, my time is very valuable, you know what I mean? But it's almost like, I feel like I was that guy. I was that guy that needed help, you know what I'm saying? And it was nobody I could call, like, yo, you know what I mean? Yeah, so it's just like, because once you hit a certain plateau, you can't call nobody. You can't call nobody. Because you're their competition. You competition now.
Wow.
You competition.
Time out. Vic, man, you were episode 192. No one's ever said that. And I feel like that's real,
That's
though.
Cleveland.
No, that's Cleveland.
Yeah, that's Cleveland, yeah. Once you hit a certain plateau, you make a certain amount. Let's say you hit a certain clout level or whatever you want to call it. You can't call nobody. You know what I mean? They were like, no. You know what I'm saying? Or they won't say it like that. But
But you know. Y'all call us, though. Y'all call us.
Yeah, call anytime. But I'm just saying that's the reality of the situation.
Real,
you know what I mean? Because it's a dog-eat-dog world.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, when you look at the numbers, I mean, it's millions and billions of dollars. Every car that you see is dollars. Every person you see is dollars. Every head is dollars. Everybody is dollars. Dollars. And there's billions getting spent out. And your job is to get 0.5% of that. 1% of that. If you 1%, you would.
Oh, yeah.
You in there. But that's what I'm saying. So it's so much, the economy works like that. So it's so many dollars moving, especially in certain communities. Certain communities is dollars moving. So you just got to make sure your company is set up to receive those dollars. Receive those dollars. So that's when you're talking about your marketing, start thinking like that. That's the matrix. So that's how I see. Because it's almost like the matrix. Like I'm seeing, the green lines and shit. Like that's what I see. I see that. You know, I don't see people.
Yeah.
Like if somebody yelling at me about their chicken wings, I'm like, okay.
You think about the dollars?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, how much am I going to lose? All right, let me give you 3 chicken wings. Here you go.
Right.
Replace that dinner, okay, because you got 3 more people behind you down. I need to get it. So that's when you start removing. You start removing your emotions out of it and your ego out of it. You know what I mean? So yeah, in business, take your ego out. Take your ego out.
Type so.
Yeah, take your ego out, and then just focus on your product. Make sure your product is dope. Make sure it's dope. And a good way is those blind tests. You know what I mean? Like have people come in. I want to have a conversation. I want to have a summit about my product. We did that with the sauces. All right, let me taste the sauce. Everybody taste it. Okay, everybody, you're done. Okay, everybody come in a circle. All right, well, how did you feel about it? Oh, it was too spicy. Okay, it was this, it was that. So from that data, we will all, change it up to make it where it is. That's why our sauces is the best. That's why we say we got the best chicken sandwich in Ohio. And that's a fact, though. That's a fact. iHeartRadio came in, they did the whole survey. We came on number 1.
Come on now.
We came on number 1.
And let me ask you this, because I don't know, because we had Chef Eric on here, and we know he, what I'm saying,
the guru.
The guru, we had him. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of not say sauce worker, but he's chill. He's real chill. I don't know why. I imagine it'd be like Chef Ramsay in the kitchen.
Yeah, Chef, man, he's like, you want me to fire everybody in there? I'm like, nah, bro. He like that though, man. He like that. But you gotta be like that.
Yeah, you gotta be like that. Okay. Listen, I was wondering.
I hit that point like probably last year. I hit that point where I gotta come in there I gotta come in there Chef Ramsay. You know what I mean? Because they just be playing. Playing with your food, man.
It's like you got like Birdman to respect my name type of ordeal.
Respect the name, man. You gotta respect the name, man.
No, man. Listen, I just love the way you look at things. Cause now it's making me think like, have I taken enough of my ego out of my business? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Cause like, you know what I'm saying? Cause I get irritated sometimes. This is real stuff about entrepreneurship. A client will call me after hours. I'm like, you know what time it is? But okay, you know what I'm saying? I'll take it, right? But once again, and then it turned out they actually really did need me. You know what I'm saying? But that goes, like I said, taking you, because I'm thinking about the fact that if I don't take this call call, well, how would it affect our business overall? You know what I'm saying? They'll tell someone else, or they tell somebody else. They'll take it personal. And then I'm like, let me go to the next, another real estate agent, and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
so I love how you said
facts,
that, though.
Yeah, facts.
So
And then you learning.
Yeah.
Everybody learns, man. You in the real estate game, so that's crazy, too.
Yeah.
I got to learn that game.
Oh, yeah, what's hard to learn?
I got to learn that game.
Because I'll get the chicken game, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. And I'm telling you, if I own my buildings, oh, my God.
Oh,
man, listen.
Crazy.
Man, listen. One of my favorite movies of all time is it's not a great movie, but it's a foreign movie, The Founder. And it's how McDonald's went from my favorite part of the movie when the guy he sits down with the guy who's franchising out these buildings, and he said, "You guys only make so much off the hamburger, right?"
Yeah.
He said, "You got to sell them a gold mine," and he literally told him, "You know why? Because if you got to own the real estate where these buildings are at, change the game." McDonald's is one of the biggest real estate owners in the entire world.
Wow. That's real.
And what happens is when they franchise, out the business, you're renting out that space to McDonald's, and they making money twice.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, it's a crazy business model. But like you said, that's where the money's at, though.
That's where the money at.
That's where the money at, right? But no,
restaurants is hard.
I was gonna say,
man, you good if you probably netting in 3 to 5%. Like that's good on the restaurant stand. That's crazy.
And we had a Ken on here, and he was talking about Angie's when he first started out. He was talking about how he would come in at, we said like 6 a.m. or something like that. Wouldn't get out to 6 a.m. the next day, and I was like, he'd go to sleep in the restaurant.
He would go, sometimes.
And wake back up.
Yeah, I did that, man.
You did that?
I did that, man.
Wow,
dude, because you gotta remember, I was getting my doctorate when Salt City started. I'm up here going for industrial psychology, so I was getting that to kind of help me with the nurse home and clinical stuff. So
when do you sleep, brother?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, it was crazy, man. I was up here sleeping in a because it was connected to a little like lounge. So I'm up here sleeping in there, waking up, going through the door. You know what I mean, making sure because I was just like a workaholic. I'm a workaholic, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't stop. You know what I mean? I don't stop. You know.
So let me ask you this then. That's a good question because so what is the end goal though? Not the end goal, but what is when would you say, okay, I've reached the not pinnacle, but I reached what I trying to accomplish?
Well, mission accomplished. I don't know. It depends on how many cities I sauce. So it got to be like
how many cities I sauce?
It got to be, financially. I'm looking at, I look at generational wealth. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at making sure my kids. So that's always the goal when you start an industry or a company. Yeah. That you can set up something so strong. You can set up trust. You can set up, stocks or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. And then your family just can eat off of that because that's how other races do it. You know what I mean? To get that generational wealth that keeps pushing on. But I also see the dangers of it if you don't train up your kids right. It can be gone in one generation. One generation just can blow it, and then now, dang, we back on the RTA. We back on the bus. I don't want to see that. So that's why it's very important to, like Larice always talk about, have financial advisors and stuff like that. Because I shied away from it when I first started. Because you Cleveland, like get out of my business. What was this guy? You know what I mean? But as you grow and you start having kids and stuff like that, you're like, dang, you know what I mean? Like I'm working so hard, and what do I got? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What do I got to give my kids? You know what I mean? So. Because in the restaurant industry, you could be rich, and then you could be broke, and then you could be rich, and then you could be broke, then you could be broke, then you could be broke, then you could be broke. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know what I mean? So you never know what the heck's going to happen. Because even with the pandemic, man, the news was killing me. Oh, man. If the news said it was new outbreaks or, nobody coming out the house. Business gone.
So wait, even with the pandemic, you guys were like DoorDash in that joint, nothing like that?
Yeah, we're DoorDash, but that sit down business was gone. And then DoorDash, your competition, y'all all on the same block. Oh. DoorDash is like, you walk on the block, it's restaurant, and they just scrolling. That's how y'all look at it, you know what I mean?
So the first one, that's it, cool.
Yeah, first one, man. So it was a lot of competition on that.
Yeah.
A lot of competition on that, so in that field, you just got to be real with yourself and understand what are your expectations What do you want? You know, that's the true conversation you gotta have with yourself, your family. Like, what do you want? You know what I mean? And that's where I came up with my next steps, because I would have been, you know, I could be doing this restaurant stuff every year, every day until I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, yeah, I gotta do something switch it up. Use this counseling that I spent a fortune in school to get. You know what I mean? So
you said put that degree to use.
I gotta put this degree to use. You know what I mean? Like, let's get it. You know what I mean? Let's put every weapon that I have. You know what I mean? I want to utilize it in my life, and it will reflect back on my income and resources and everything like that. So that's my next moves, is just to utilize everything I got.
That's good, man. And I just love it, bro, that you don't know, you said no bound, no limits. You know what I'm saying?
No
like
limits, man.
And that's dope, bro.
One life to live.
No, might as well leave it.
Yeah,
Listen, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, brother.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So y'all already know how we get down. We're gonna say our stipple questions, right? And the one thing about the full experience that we like to do with our podcast is talk about the collaboration piece, because Cleveland has not been known to be a collaborative city. I feel like it's a renaissance happening now where you when you start name they were like we had them on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But
Squad.
Squad, exactly.
Squad, Cleveland squad.
Absolutely,
That's
you know what I'm
right.
saying? But how do you feel like we can change that narrative? Because even though we're on that trajectory, what's something we can do to help move that?
Events like we did the Black History event.
Yeah.
We did the with the Cavaliers. We did that with Black Heritage. We did that like we had the whole Black Food Expo. We had that.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was dope.
That was nice.
And that's a whole bunch of bosses just there. And it was crazy. I'm up here cooking. I got oh my God, right here. I got all the top restaurants, like Black restaurants, and we all in the kitchen. We all in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying?
That's all crazy. Just like y'all can't see me.
Oh my God, it was crazy.
I'm so crazy if I was in there.
Yeah, it's like I'm cooking. I got Grill 55 right here. You know what I'm saying? I got Black Box right here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we all like. And we ain't even worried about, recipes and stuff like that. We like, man. So my staff didn't come. They came late, you know what I mean? So they came late. They're like, dang, Chef Vic, you cooking all this by yourself? I was like, hey, the show got to go on.
Right.
So I'm like whipping. But yeah, so that's always weird, And then even with downtown, like I was cooking, we had an event with the Indians.
Okay.
We had an event with the Indians, and I'm cooking next to Michael Simon.
Nice.
So I got Michael Simon right here, I got Rocco, everybody. So it's just like when we get into those environments.
You get starstruck when you be around those people? You say
No,
me.
You can't because you got to perform at the same time. So you really don't got time.
Yeah.
Now, the way they be talking, how rich they talk is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, what? Just talking crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I've never heard these types. This is deep. This is deep. This is crazy. What shoes you got on, bro? So it's just like, it's crazy. But then it was like, man, I'm a soldier, bro. Like, I just get in the kitchen, I lock in, and I'm putting out the best product that I can put out. You know what I mean? So, and that's every time I come to the kitchen. You know what I mean? So that's where it gets hard when you start, let's say, licensing or franchising and stuff like that, because everybody don't have that passion.
Yeah.
Everybody don't have your edge when because sometimes, chef, you putting some, you know what I mean?
Salt Bay with the joint,
You taking it to the top tier. So that's the hard part. But as far as starstruck, nah, because I'm going to be bigger. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be bigger. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hustler, and I'm going to take it to the next level. And I don't have no end in sight as far as, like where I'm going to take it. So that's why I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I belong here. You know what I'm saying? That's the reality check of it. You know what I mean? And then sometimes you lose yourself, and I want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about that.
Because, we was downtown. And we moved up here to University Heights, right? So I'm in a hustle at University Heights. Sometimes you got to get into that downtown mode.
Yeah.
Downtown just got a different energy. You know what I'm saying? Because I went downtown that same day we did that event with Michael Simon and all them. I see a lady jogging. with Salt City shirt on. You know, I come in, I got a poster, like, you know, with my face on it, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, dang, I lost myself in university. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes when you change your environments, your environments kind of take away from you a little bit, you know, because you're molding to that environment. But if you're coming from a larger environment, you know what I mean? It's like, I forgot who I was. You know what I'm saying? So you can lose yourself in your environment. That's why I tell people, man, watch your environment, watch who you around, make sure it's positive people, make sure it's progressive people. Even if it's like one day out the week, you go and have you just go into an environment where you know it's high level. So you can just be around that energy to remind yourself, like, hey, don't get stagnant, don't get stagnant, don't get stagnant. That's one of my worst nightmares, being stagnant and just accepting life for what it comes. That's a nightmare. It's a nightmare for me.
I was about to say, bro, because I'm about to say, you might, you know what I'm saying, like, staying still probably is like death to you.
It's crazy.
Was the pandemic torture for you, bro?
No, man, I was hustling, man. So in the pandemic, I did an event. We did Feed the Nurses. So we created a whole event where
you figured it out.
Yeah. So I'm going to every hospital ward. We feeding the nurses. We feed the nurses. Then we tag another restaurant. Hey, it's your turn to feed the nurses.
Wow.
So we had that going, and we was feeding so many nurses and stuff like that. So we kept the name, kept everything rolling, and it was genuine too. Yeah. It was genuine. We worked with Austin Hooper with the Browns. The Browns Foundation came in. We started helping with that. We did an event with MGK where he gave out like 1,000 sandwiches to the community and stuff like that. So it's just like when you start putting out that energy of helping and being there to fill those voids, man, I'm telling you, it gotta bring that right back to you. You know, gotta bring that right back to you. So don't be selfish with your blessings. Even if you just see somebody and just do something nice for one person a day, it does something. You know what I mean? Wow. It does something. So, you know, just us opening that door, and because the nurses was going through it, man. Remember, the nurses was going through it, man. They was getting forced for all the vaccine stuff. They was working them 80, 100 hours nonstop. So, you know, I can't do much, but I can cook some chicken for y'all. Right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And
but you do what you do well. You know what I'm saying? Work flow into what you do well.
That's what I'm saying. Do what you do well and be able to navigate what you do well. You know, you just gotta be able to navigate your skills, man. Don't try to take on something that you ain't ready for. You know, just navigate what you're good at and live in that.
Live in that.
You know, live in
That's
that.
good.
You're a professional. You're an expert.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody's an expert in something.
In something.
Don't be messy though. You know, don't be a gossiper. You know, don't be like that. You know what I mean? That's bad. But if you do something, you're good at it. You know what I mean? You is an expert in everybody. Yeah. You just gotta find out what's in you that makes you special. What's in you that make you different, and that's where you build a career from. That's what you build your career.
All right, Chef.
That's a bar right there.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. You just got to see yourself and know yourself. But if you don't know yourself, you don't, you know, you got to spend some time alone to find out who you are.
That's right.
But once you find yourself, then you move off yourself.
All right,
I got 8 times
all
in my
right.
head.
Yeah, he's been going. He's been going.
Okay, let me ask you this question. So, is there anyone you would love to collaborate in the future with?
To collaborate in the future with, As far as like the culinary side,
I mean, overall, it
anybody.
could be, ain't gotta be just culinary. You might want to see Club Shay Shay, you know what I'm saying?
Club Shay Shay.
They give some chicken, you know what I'm saying? Cognac and chicken.
Yeah, I want to collaborate with like all the stadiums around America. I truly believe, you know, we doing great things in the stadium atmosphere.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to keep that type of situation going. Very supportive with the Cleveland Browns, with the Cavaliers. Aramark is amazing. Been working with them for almost 5-6 years now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just being able to get that feedback, that corporate feedback, that's the priceless part of that. You know what I mean? Just being able to be in them rooms and understand how business works on that type of high level, high volume. That's amazing. So I love seeing the operations on different, you know, systems and stadiums. And that's what I like. I like concerts too. You know, so I like big venues.
Yeah.
I love big venues, so I'm definitely catering Salsa City so it can go into larger venues, larger concerts, stuff like that. So I would love to see the company become catered to that specifically. Also, you get the customer bases all over. You know what I mean? You're not just limited to a demographic, because you're getting customers from every type of, you know, field, every place in the state. Everybody comes to the sports or the entertainment or the concerts and stuff like that. I just love the operations and large scale events. So I would say working with different corporations in that type of field was definitely something that I want to do. As far as individuals, I would love to work with, let's say, you know, more local chefs, doing collabs with more local chefs, working with, let's say on the celebrity side, Food Network. I will work with the Food Network.
I know you watch Food Network.
Food Network. I got an email from him one time.
Come on now.
I got an email from him, so I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but
come back around, Food Network.
Come back
Stop
around.
playing.
Still got the email, so we rolling with that. Just working with that, collaborating on the mental health side. It's definitely a lack of definitely professionals on the mental health side that and our recognition of mental health in the community. You know what I mean? I think being a business owner, being who I am and what I have accomplished, I think going back into that and kind of meshing that is going to bring a lot of people to the clinical side. And be able to face themselves and, understand and resolve some of their issues. Yeah. So we're going to bring back the families. We're going to bring back that family system.
Come on now.
Family systems is coming back through chicken.
Chicken clinics. No,
chicken clinics. That's fire, bro. That's fire. Just get a building, man. Get a building, man.
What's up? We'll talk the words, Vic, man. Okay.
Talk about
we got a restaurant, we got a whole clinical side. We're going to have everything.
Comfort food and getting comfort,
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
All right, so you got a lot going on, and looks like you said, the sky's the limit. For you.
God is good.
So, amen.
Amen.
And so again, building that generational wealth, getting to that point, because at one point or another, we all have to leave here. So, Chef Vic, what would you like for your legacy to be for? I know, to be for you. But then also for your businesses and everything, all the businesses that you've been accomplished.
Yeah. Man, seeing the business go over 50 years, man, and still having a strong name and still having a strong brand, that's amazing. Yeah. In the restaurant industry, that's unheard of, especially with a small standalone restaurant. So I would love for our name to still be going strong in 50 years. Definitely having the opportunity to make a platform where individuals can, benefit from the education, the knowledge, you know what I mean? That's what I want to leave. I want to be able not just to leave finances, you know what I'm saying? But I want to leave a standard. Okay. You know what I mean? Leaving a standard. A culinary standard. You know what I mean? A customer service standard. That's what I want Salsa City to be reminded of. Because when people come to Salsa City, and I know this is the difficult part because I set a high standard when I'm there. People love that. They're like, oh, where's Chef Vic at? You know what I mean? Sometimes I make myself too available. At the same time, I want them to, because they feel good. People feel good spending their money. supporting, patronizing a situation where they seen it start from the beginning.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean?
real.
So that's what I want to do. I definitely want to get into, feeding the homeless, that type of stuff. Want to get more into those type of organizations. Working with, Cleveland Food Bank or something like that. Definitely, we want to make sure, we are giving back to the community as much as we can. Working with the economics of, the local community also. Because that's what, if we do full circle economics, man, and we buy from you, you buy from them, they buy from us, and
It's an ecosystem.
we're all in this small ecosystem. We worry about the stuff we don't affect us too much, but if we get with our communities and support our communities and patronize our community businesses, man, we'll be just fine. We'll be just fine. So that's the legacy that I want to leave behind. I want to make sure the community, wherever Salt City is, I want us to bring up that economic, that local economy wherever we go. And wherever we go, we want to bring up the economy. So wherever we put that building, what I mean, we're gonna
It's coming.
we're gonna build up. We're gonna get the baker from right here. We just gotta get another farm. We gotta get the chicken farm.
Hey, listen, don't worry, work on it.
All right, man, this has been such a phenomenal interview. From beginning to end, we learned so much about the food industry, and thanks to you, we've learned, how you got started. So, you've inspired probably a lot of folks that are watching as well.
Do it. Do it. Start that company. Start that company. Stop trying to save money. Start it.
He's kind of already got a jump start to my next question. And for those watching, what are 3 key takeaways that you would like for them to do? And I think you already went over number 1, the most important.
Yes. First takeaway, get a whiteboard. Get a whiteboard.
Time out. Because 192 episodes, I've never heard that one.
Yeah, get a whiteboard. Get a whiteboard. Get out your mind. You know what I mean? Get out your mind. Get it out there. Create that. Get a whiteboard. Big one. All right. You might have to start small. I don't know. But get a whiteboard. Don't get a notepad. Don't get a little something that can be hidden away, lost and stuff.
Something that you can visibly see.
Wow.
I want you to see this. See this thing. See this thing. See it every day. I got mine when I come down the stairs. Every morning when I come downstairs, boom. That's what I need to be worried about.
Smart.
So I'm seeing it every day.
I'm buying one tonight.
It's funny because I have one that I've been bought for like 6 months.
You didn't put it up?
I didn't put it up. It's still in the box.
Oh, yeah. Get out that box.
Okay.
Get out that box.
Well,
But yeah, put it somewhere where
I
you're
heard
going
it
to
first.
see, your vision is going to see it every day. All right? And then put whatever, as much stuff you can, put it on there that you want to do, that you need to do. So mine has stuff I need to do that day, stuff I need to do that week, stuff I need to do that year, the quarters, goals, finances, everything. Everything is in there. You know what I mean?
It's almost like a vision board, but
I'm-
in plain sight.
But every time I do something, I'll take it off. So by the time that board is white again,
Wow.
dude, I didn't accomplish, countless amounts of stuff. You know what I mean?
And it keeps your mind on those. That's a bar there. I'm doing that tonight.
I am
Yeah.
too. I'm going to
Yeah, I'm
Walgreens.
telling you,
So I think I'm open right now.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it's science, man. Like, life is science. As much as you don't want it to be science, it's very much scientific.
Yeah.
How things work, how your mind works, how your intuition works.
Yeah.
Everything works in that way, but you have to go about it and learn how to ignite that in yourself. So having that whiteboard, writing down all your goals, all your aspirations, your what you need to say, what you need to get, what you need to do, relationship stuff. Just if you living with somebody, you in a relationship, you might not want to put it on the board. Save some of it. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna start arguments and stuff.
That right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
All right, that's the real.
Don't
That's
do
the
that.
real.
No, yes.
Look with somebody else.
Yeah. So don't put everything on there. Just preserve your sanity, your peace of life. You know what I mean?
Right.
But other than that, any goals and stuff like that, put it on that whiteboard, and then every day attack. Every day attack something on that whiteboard until that whiteboard is clean. You know what I mean?
That's dope right there.
And then once it's clean, you put another one on there.
Yeah.
So you're constantly leveling up. Slowly but surely, you're leveling up every day. You're not the same.
Yeah.
You're not stagnant. You know what I mean? So do that every day. So first, get a whiteboard, get some expos, you know, with the dry erasers.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, so it's just step by step. If you want to be an entrepreneur, if you got a product, you know what I'm saying, work on your product. I always do the nucleus. That's what we do in Salt City. So we do the nucleus motto. I made it up. So don't look it up. Don't look it up.
All about
So,
saying.
you know what I mean? So basically, I take my main product and I make that the nucleus of my company. So the nucleus of our company is the Diete sauce, which is a sauce made with fruits and vegetables. It's a sweet sauce. That's my son's name too. Shout out my baby boy. You know, I love you. And then we got the Cleveland Hot. So those are my nucleus items. So the Cleveland Hot chicken sandwich has became #1 sandwich in Ohio. So that is kind of like where
I love how you slid that in there too.
Yeah. One more time in case y'all forgot.
Come on, if you haven't had the Cleveland Hot chicken sandwich and
What are
you
you
in
doing with your
Northeast
life?
Ohio,
Oh
stop
my
it.
God.
I had people fly from Utah just to get this sandwich. You know what I'm saying? LA, everything. So it's just like, you know, having that nucleus and then building everything from that. And then kind of like, you know how the cell has a nucleus and then the mitochondria, all that.
You bring it back to high school.
Everything like the middle school.
That's what I'm
on
saying,
that.
you know what I
Project
mean?
on that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then you just, you know, and then you get somebody to be your enzyme. You know what I mean? The person that, you know, goes and helps you. You know what I mean? Pushes your stuff to keep going. So you just got to have that type of person around you, a motivator. You know, you don't have to have that person. You could be that person. But just set your life up to win. Set your life up to win. So every day you are attacking your goals, attacking what you need to do, and then you're leveling up and you continually do this until you made enough money or you where you need to be. You have peace. You're not mad about stuff. You know, you good. You know what I mean? So that's how you do it.
No, that's good, bro.
That's what I tell any entrepreneur. Any entrepreneur, just start knocking it out like that.
Yeah.
Don't worry about money. You know, worry about money, but you know what I mean. But don't let that be your hindrance. You know what I mean? Don't let that be that hindrance, especially with the internet. So you be able to do whatever you need to do.
No, that's good. That's good stuff, man. Oh, this has been a good interview.
This is a great way to end the evening. Thank you, Chef.
So this is the most important question, Vic, man.
Yeah.
Where can people learn more about you? Where can they be getting a chicken sandwich?
Yes.
All
Yes.
that
So saucethecitycleveland.com. Yeah, Sauce in the City. Y'all been Sauce in the City. It's saucethecitycleveland.com. You can locate us at Cedar and Green, 14480 Cedar Road, University Heights. That's our main store. We also have a satellite store in Rebar right now. But that one, the satellite is about to end in there. So you also can catch us in the Cleveland Brown Stadium. You can catch us in the Cleveland Cavalier Stadium. We have 2 in the Browns and then 1 in the Cavalier Stadium. And then we have another project we're working on right now, soon to be released. So we are just rolling.
That's what I'm talking about.
DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, all that. But if you want the fastest, you need to download our app on iOS. It's called Sauce the City.
Okay.
You can gain loyalty points. You can get free food, free prizes. So download the app on iOS, Android, and then put your orders in, gain your loyalty points, and come on into the store and try some of the best chicken in the city. Sauce the City.
Listen. And for all the ladies people, that'll be in the show notes, so ain't no excuse why you have not got your chicken, okay?
Yeah. 216-331-2624.
All right, now. All right, listen. This has been a good episode.
Yeah, it was.
Well, they say we gotta pay some bills, right? So, guys, what you doing April 18th?
I don't know.
Okay, good. So now it's gonna be so we're gonna take a time. But guys,
look at my whiteboard.
Yeah, I got it.
Or
Yeah.
add it on, all right.
Add it on, right. So David Shands, you familiar with David Shands?
Yeah.
David Shands come to the city, guys.
Whoa.
We are bringing him to the city.
Amazing.
Listen, and with that being said, he's coming to show you, yes, you, a person, you have a business, you have a brand, you have a product. If you just want to get yourself out there, be an influencer, start a podcast, and he's going to show you how to do just that. Not only going to show you how to do that, he's going to show you how to make money from your podcast. He's also going to coach you on how to just better your overall business. It's going to be a great time. If you know David Shands and you're familiar with Social Proof, then you know this is the event that you want to come to. And guess what the best part about that is? It's free.
Wow.
Listen, so we did the hard work. We just need you to do one thing, actually 2 things. We need you to text Podcast Summit, all one word. For all my people who can't spell, I'll put in the show notes. And text to number
33777.
Bring my homie because I forget every
got
single
you.
time. I got this copy though. But yes, we want to see you there, guys. Listen, tickets are selling out fast, so get your tickets now, okay? Sorry, Brittany.
And make sure you guys tune in weekly to my podcast, Beauty
Yes.
Toe Podcast. Again, bring you guys weekly, whether it's relational, whether it's financial, whether it's lifestyle, because overall I want to see a positive change. And I'm having great guests on from time to time so we can expound on those topics. Again, let's be that change.
Yes.
So I'll see y'all there.
Listen, if you rock with us, then you rock with Brittany. If you go look down on our YouTube channel, her podcast right down there, so ain't no reason why you're not subscribing, okay? So yes. Last thing, guys, we want to thank you. Yes, you, the person watching, the person subscribing. We can't thank you guys enough because it's episode 192, and we're not stopping anytime soon.
Can't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Oh, then you got
Oh yeah. Oh, pause. Right.
Pause.
Yes, yes,
Wow, that's
yes.
wild.
We can't do that no more,
I know,
right?
man. We gotta find somebody.
I know. Dang. It is what it is, though. But like we have great guests like Vic on. Y'all showing us that it's a need for those things. Y'all, and not only that, we put our own sauce on the city with the podcast. Y'all see great entrepreneurs like Vic, man, and hear his story. And we pray that it motivates you. You know. So we just can't thank you guys enough, okay? And guys, I want to thank because like Vic, I don't like to boast the podcast, but I believe we're the fastest growing podcast. Because last time I checked, we're at 15.4 thousand subscribers, and it's only growing. So once again, we can't thank you guys enough. So continue, please, to let everyone know what's the best podcast in Cleveland, the Public Experience. You know what I'm saying? So we can't thank y'all enough. All right. So we will see you guys next time. Peace.